Welcome to Secrets of a Food Stylist. My name is Ashton Keefe and I am here to teach you how to make some sexy salads today. And my 3 stylist secrets for this are to make your own dressing, to layer textures in different colors and flavors, and then last but not least, to use your hands. So to get started, what I'm gonna do is make my dressing. I'm calling this MYOD, make your own dressing. And a lot of times people are really afraid to make their own salad dressings, or they'll buy salad dressings from the store, which I highly discourage. But what you need for a great salad dressing is some aromatics. So I'm using a shallot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dice my shallot. I'm gonna run my knife perpendicular to the board, just like this. And then I'm gonna go straight down. And then I've got a nice dice. So I'm not making my dice super big. And this is my Italian salad dressing. I grew up in New Jersey with all the bada bings, and this is a combination of all of my favorite antipasti ingredients. So I've got my shallot, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna make your dressing right in the bottom of the bowl that you're gonna serve this in. And then I'm gonna use some garlic because this is an Italian salad, so you have to use garlic. And this garlic is really hard to get off of here for some reason. I'm gonna use 3 cloves, which is a lot, but there we go. If you can get them off, use 3 cloves. If not, use whatever you can get off the. And then I'm just gonna smash my garlic just like this. And I'm just gonna give this a nice rough chop. I'm gonna run my knife through it. So again, if you wanted to completely omit these 2, you could just do a salad dressing with vinegar and oil, but we're gonna add these flavors because it's our Italian salad. Okay, so this goes in right with our shallots. And then here is a stylist secret. In order to kind of mellow the flavors of raw shallot and garlic, I'm gonna add salt. So I'm gonna add a fair amount of salt. A lot of people love eating salads out in restaurants and then they hate eating them at home, and that's because of one thing, salt. A lot of people don't salt their salads when they're cooking at home. Okay, so salt is on our aromatics, and then what I'm gonna do is add acid to this. So you can use lemon, you can use lime, you can use any kind of vinegar you have. I'm gonna use the juice of 1 lemon, and I'm just gonna go directly over my garlic and my shallots. And I'm gonna use red wine vinegar. So this is kind of tastes like an Italian sub, but in salad form. And I always think that salads are one of those things that look really beautiful in photographs. So as a food stylist, it's probably one of my very favorite things to style and take pictures of because it just lends itself to being really beautiful. Okay, so all of that is kind of melded together. And then I'm gonna use red wine vinegar because I said this is gonna taste like a sub sandwich. About 2 tablespoons. And you'll see, I'm just really looking for it to kind of coat the bottom of the bowl, just like that. And that's gonna hang out. And then my secret to this dressing is dried oregano, which is, again, it just kind of smells like home, but it's a very nostalgic flavor for a lot of Italian American cooking, about a tablespoon. So you wanna add a fair amount of it in there. And for my salad, I am gonna use radicchio, which you'll see is like this big bulb-like red lettuce. And I like it because it's very bitter. And throw all the extras in there. I missed something. Forgot my olive oil. Okay. So that's gonna hang out there. Don't worry about that. We need olive oil because this is what's gonna create our dressing. So we've got our acid, we've got our aromatics, we've got some salt, and then I'm gonna whisk in olive oil. And you wanna do we did about 2 to 3 tablespoons of acid. So we're gonna do probably equal amounts of oil. And you'll see I just give it a nice stir just like that. So 3 tablespoons of olive oil is about 3 gloves. You could measure it out if you want to. I think I put a little bit more in there. So you've got about 3 tablespoons of vinegar and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we can go back to the radicchio. We're just gonna give this a nice slice, just like this. And all of this can start to go in my dressing. And you guys saw how easy that salad dressing was. It took 2 minutes. And I'm gonna use 1 head of the radicchio, just like this. And my second green for this, again, they're not green, but there are vegetables, is endive. So endive is one of those things that can be a little bit more expensive in the store, but it's really beautiful. So it's a favorite among food stylists. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna cut off the bottom just like this, and then I'm gonna use these big, beautiful leaves to create texture in our salad. So this is one of the tips I always say, is that you wanna create texture and color and balance of different shapes in your salad, because it's gonna make it look really beautiful when you photograph it or when you put it on your table. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna take off all these leaves like this. You guys can see how beautiful that looks. And because this is an Italian salad and I used oregano and red wine vinegar in my dressing, I'm gonna use some of my other favorite ingredients of an antipasti board. So I've got baby mozzarella, which is just really cute and amazing. So this also goes back to the idea of playing with different shapes and textures and colors when you're creating something. Food stylists always look for that. And we've also got 2 other ingredients. I'm using Castrovetrano olives, so green olives, and the secret for getting the pits out of these, you could use an olive pitter, but that's just like another thing to have in your kitchen you don't need. I do it the same way I do garlic. I smash my olive and it just comes apart like this, and then I just kind of tear it. So this goes also back to the point of different textures and flavors. And I like the idea of these looking a little rougher. I don't want them to look super pretty. I'm kind of tearing them just the way that I teared my mozzarella. Wow, these are coming out good today. Sometimes I bang on them for a really long time and they just take forever. So that's awesome. We're gonna use about, I don't know, half a cup of these. Woo, man down. And last but not least, let me get these last 5 done in one. Think I can do it? Oh, that was a fail. That's okay. There's another one. Okay, last one. I won't try anything fancy. I couldn't claim to do that. Is my pickled peppers. So these are kind of spicy and pickly, and I like to give these just a thin slice. So you can use banana peppers too. These are like if you literally go to a sub shop in New Jersey, you can put these on your sub, and I love them and they're really delicious. My sister loves these as well. And I'm just gonna toss them just like this. So I've torn some of my ingredients. I've also sliced some of my ingredients. So you'll see this kind of goes back to the idea of different textures and shapes. And then last but not least, I'll just kind of move this over here. Last but not least is my tip for using your hands. So this is a sexy salad and you're gonna give it a massage, for lack of a better term. But what you're gonna do, I like to just take a spoon in my hand and I start to toss it. So to allow that dressing to get fully incorporated into my different ingredients, you really wanna get in there. If this freaks you out, you can wear gloves, or you can make everybody in your house Purell before you get in here. Or you can use 2 tongs, it doesn't matter. But I really think the good and tried and true stylist secret is to make sure that you use your hands, just like that. And then you'll see you've got this beautiful salad, just like this. And sometimes at the end, in order to make sure that it looks extra super beautiful, I will go ahead and top it with some of the same ingredients that I use throughout it. So maybe I'll just put a little bit of more mozzarella right on top. And that is the secret for making a sexy salad from a food stylist.